It's not showing we're live. There we go. Okay, so we're here. We're live. All right. Hi, everybody. I am coming on here, jumping on really fast because I told you on Tuesday that I was going to show you how to make this box that coordinated with the card that we did on Tuesday night. So I'm keeping my word, and I'm going to come on here and show you guys how to do this. It won't look exactly like this. We're going to use the same series, designer series paper, the bird ballad, but I'm going to use the flowers instead of the little bird feet. And we're still going to use Bermuda Bay cardstock for the bottom of it, of the box. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of designer series paper that is 6 by 6, and you're also going to need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 8.5, and you're going to need a scoring tool. I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored. You can use a paper trimmer that has a scoring blade, or you can carefully take a stylist and just, instead of taking your cutting blade, I did a little short video, not a video, but a picture of it in for a quick tip. But you can take that and just go down your cutting tool. Okay, so I need this. So we're going to start with the lid, and the designer series paper is going to be our lid. It's 6 by 6. And we're going to score it at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So when you score your designer series paper, make sure that you don't push down too hard because you can tear the paper. Excuse me. I am still battling this cold, so if you guys hear me sniffle or if I sneeze or if I cough, please forgive me. Okay, so I have this scored at 1 1/4 on all 4 sides, and I'm going to put that to the side. I am going to bring in our box piece here. This is our 8.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. This is Bermuda Bay, and we are going to score at 2.5 on all 4 sides. And this box is super, super easy to make. It's not hard at all. So now we are done with the scoring. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut up on 2 of the score lines up to that score line right there to where it meets, right there and right there. And then again on the opposite side, there and there. And you could do a little mitering if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it helps for the boxes to fold in neatly. And then sometimes it really just doesn't make a difference. Excuse me. Okay. But I am going to do that just a tiny bit on this box. And I don't cut straight, so my mitering isn't even straight, but it's okay because it still works. And I should have folded on all of my score lines before I did this, but it is alright. So we do things a little backwards here, right? And then one more. Okay, so that is what your piece should look like when you're ready to assemble it. So now I am going to fold up and burnish on the score lines. I should have done this before I cut it, but I didn't. So we'll just do it like right now, and it will work just fine. All right, so there we go. So now what I'm going to do is these here will go in like that, and then this will go right in like that, just like so. And I am going to use a little bit of my liquid glue because it is my glue of choice. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I will use tear and tape, but if I make a mistake and I don't get something on quite straight, the liquid glue gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So I am just meeting the edge up to the fold right there. And then this one is going to come over and we're going to do the same thing there and just meet that up right there. Just like that. I'm going to push it down. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. So we're going to put some glue on here and some glue on this side. And we're going to go just, I'm wondering if I can cheat and do it like this. This was probably a mistake to try to do it like this, but hey, it worked. Kinda. I think that worked okay. Alrighty. So I have to tell y'all that this box I was inspired by Rhonda Wade, and it's such a super, super easy, simple box to make. Okay, so, oh, this is the other side of this designer series paper. This is the Bird Ballad. This has flowers, I mean not flowers, feathers. And this side has these fancy dancy little bird cages. And isn't that cute? Okay, so y'all have to forgive me because I really am having a hard time talking. This cold is kicking my fanny. So I am just folding this on all the score lines. And then what we're going to do is do the same thing that we did with this box. We are going to trim up to the score line, which I know is hard to see on the camera, but it's scored up to that, cut up to that score line right there. And then on the opposite side, we're going to do the same thing. And this one, I don't think I'm going to do any mitering. We'll see if we need it. And then it's just going to go in and in and in and in, just like this. And then I'm going to pray that the box actually fits, because if I miss my measurements, it won't fit. Okay. So hopefully my measurements are right on and it will fit. Okay, just got glue on my fingers. Okay, so this is going to come around just like that. And this is going to come around just like that. Actually, I think and just like that. Hope I didn't just put this on here wrong. And then just like that. And then let's keep our fingers crossed that it fits. And if it doesn't, I'm going to blame it on that little cheat I did, which it does. It fits perfect. Check it out. So isn't that cute? So now all you got to do is do some embellishments. On this one, I used the bird trinkets from the Bird Suite, from the Free as a Bird Suite. It's the Bird Ballad trinkets. And they are, you know, this morning when I was looking at them, I noticed one that I didn't see before, and it's this little bow right there. Isn't that cute? So we're going to use that on our project today. And then you've got these little flowers. And the leaf that we used on this, that I used on this box right here. So you have that one and that one. And then this precious little key right here. And that's so cute. So those are the Bird Ballad trinkets. And then we're going to use, this is brand new ribbon that is in the bird suite as well. This, what do they call this? This is the scalloped lace trim. So we're all trying to learn all the names and everything. You know, we learned all the names from everything else, and now it's all new stuff. So we have to relearn all the names. All right, so I am just going to tie this around here and try to get enough to make a bow, and I think that's probably going to be enough. So all I'm going to do is just tie this into a bow. Do you guys know that sometimes when you get a head cold, your brain doesn't function right? Oh, okay. Sometimes mine doesn't function right at all, period. So put a cold on top of it and I'm in big trouble. All right, my bow is a little upside down, but I am going to go with that because you guys get the gist of it, and I'm sure that many of you guys know how to tie a bow. So now, instead of this one, I use the little flower from the Free as the Bird stamp set. I just stamped this little flower, used my Stampin' Blend alcohol markers and colored it. And then we just added the little leaf trinket. And what I used for the ribbon here is, oh no, the name just left me. This is the polka dotted tulle ribbon, and this is the burlap ribbon. And I just tied it into a knot, and that's how I did that one. This one, we're using the pretty scallop lace, and this is in, this is very vanilla, which I think it goes just fine with this box. And then what I'm going to do is I've already cut out these feathers that are from the scraps of this paper. And I'm going to use the long one in the center and put the blue one, the Bermuda Bay one. And I'm probably going to use a glue dot. No, I'll just use some glue here. We'll just use some glue. That will be quick and easy. Okay, so we're just going to put that like that. Do you guys see what I'm doing here? Except for I wanted this one underneath. Just like that, and like that. Just like that. So there we go. So that is going to go right on top of here. But I am going to use a glue dot to adhere the little trinket, this little bow. So I'm going to put a glue dot right on there, and I'm going to stick it right there on our feathers like that. Then I'm going to take another glue dot and put it on the back of that because we really want that to stick right there, just like that. So isn't that cute? And then we take our tag, which I did forget to bring over some scrap, but here's some right here, so yay me. Okay, and I'm using crumb cake, and I'm using the sentiment, your friendship means, no, that's not the one I'm using. The world needs more of you. Okay, and I want it to be kind of long. Sorry if I went out of the screen. And can't see if I'm stamping straight or not, so that doesn't look too bad. So now I'm just going to give that a little trim. I'm going to give that a little trim here. And give this a little trim right there. I'm sorry, you guys. I was even chewing on a cough drop, hoping that maybe that might help. Okay, so now I'm going to flag this in. So I'm just going to cut up in the center, come down from the point to the center, like so. And then for me, I just flip it over. It's easier for me. But you can do it any way that you want to, however it works best with you. If I could see what I'm doing. Okay. And then we're just going to slip this right under there like that. And I'm going to give this just a little bit of a trim because we don't need it quite that long. I am going to put some glue on there. Just like that. Okay, you guys, so I hope that that gives you a good idea on how to make this box. And I think I'm about to have a bad coughing spell, so anyway, I hope that you like it, and I'm going to have the measurements and the dimensions and the list of supplies that I use listed on my blog, and I will post that sometime later today. It will be up on there, and I will post it on Facebook so that you guys will have a link to it. So if you want to give this a try and try to recreate this, which I know that you can, it's super, super fun, and it will really brighten someone's day. So anyway, thanks a lot for joining me today, and if you didn't get to watch live, you can always watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining me, and if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure that you visit my blog to get all the measurements and the descriptions for this box. Okay, you guys, thanks. Bye-bye.